Okay, so you're lazy. I got it. I got it. My name is Kaden, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about laziness and how you can cure it, because laziness is curable. Trust me, coming from a former lazy girl like myself, I know how difficult, we can say, it is to be a lazy person. You don't get anything done and you stress about not getting anything done. It's kind of like a continuous cycle of about like, oh well, I don't feel like doing it, but I really need to do it. To start this video off, I want to say that laziness is a mindset and it's completely curable. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And I used to be the most lazy person ever. Like seriously, like the laziest person. It was only when I got to college when I was like, this is not gonna work here, this is not gonna slide. So I had to change my lazy ways, and it was very hard, but I did it, and I'm gonna tell you guys what worked for me. Tip number 1: plan your weeks out. This helped me so much being a lazy person. Planning my weeks out like beforehand, because I was able to, first of all, look every single day at what I needed to do, and it gave me some direction to follow. Some of my laziness came from the fact that I had anxiety and I knew I had a lot of things to do, but I didn't really know like I didn't really put it out there, and it was kind of just like a bunch of like scramble in my head. So once I wrote it out and I could visualize and see what I needed to do, it really helps me get up and actually do the things that I needed to do. So I started by putting down like my weekly priorities, like things that I needed to get done that week. Like, let's say you're in college, I put down all of my assignments in a journal so I could see when the due date was, how much time I had to get it done, and that helped me so much, because when you see it, you're able to be like, okay, I need to do this. You can also like, you can stop the anxiety that way as well, because I know that a lot of my laziness specifically was associated with anxiety, because I was like, I have so much to do, like what do I start, where do I start? But like once I put it down, okay, this is what I ought to do, I honestly just did it. So you can separate it out from weekly priorities to daily priorities to, okay, maybe I don't really need to do these things, but I want to do these things. And then every single day put down like 1 or 2 things that you're gonna do that day. Like start, like when you're first getting out of your lazy era, you are not gonna still want to do anything. Even I, being a retired lazy person, don't want to do anything sometimes. It's just human nature. But by starting off small, it'll give you more motivation to actually do it, because you're not so overwhelmed with all this stuff that you have to do. So if you put down all your weekly priorities and then categorize it by day, like maybe I'll do 1 or 2 things here, I'll do 1 thing here, I'll do a couple things here, then you won't feel so overwhelmed with the amount of work you have to do, and it'll in turn make you want to do it more. So planning my weeks out was so important, which leads me to tip number 2. Stop making excuses. I know that when I was a lazy person, literally all I did was make excuses. I was like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, like I can't do it right now. I have this and this and this to do. And it was literally nothing. It was like I needed to do my nails, or like like silly things that should not trump doing my homework or paying my bills or things like that. But all I would do was just make an excuse to not do it, and then in my mind I was like, okay, let's not do it. Like, I was the excuse queen. But getting out of that mindset, and it is a mindset of being like, okay, every time I have something to do, I'm gonna make an excuse, it's such a help. Like, instead of making an excuse to do something, like as soon as that task comes up in your brain where you're like, oh, I should probably be like cleaning my room, or I should probably be working on this assignment. Like, just do it. Like, don't even think about it. Don't give yourself time to make an excuse. Literally just do it. Like, getting out of your head and into physical, like physically doing things helped me so much. Like, getting out of my head, like making all these excuses and giving myself time to think about it. Instead of doing that, literally as soon as a task came up that I needed to do in that moment, like, oh, you know, instead of scrolling on TikTok for 3 hours, maybe I should be working out. I got up, didn't even think about it, and I worked out. And honestly, it seems so simple, but it works. I promise you it works. And like I said, I used to be so lazy, and this even worked for me. Tip number 3. Motivational books and podcasts are your friend. Seriously. They seem so silly and so like it seems so silly and so simple, but listening to motivational speeches while I was literally in bed, like being like, oh, I don't want to do anything, helped me get out of bed, because it gave me the mindset where it was like, do it, do it, do it. Honestly, when you listen to the motivational podcast, there's someone literally telling you, do you want to fail? Do you want to fail? You're kind of like, ooh, do I really want to fail? And you get up and you do it. And motivational books helped me so much too, because it was like, it gave me the skill set and the mindset to want to actually pursue everything that I want to pursue in life, and like do the things that I need to do to get there. For some people, you might not like when someone's like, do it, do it, do it. But me personally, it helps me so much. And I know there's other people out there who really like it when people are like telling you to do it, because if you don't, then the rest of your life is riding on this decision. And it's true, because you can choose to eat ice cream, or you can choose to get up out of your bed and work out. I mean, choice is yours, and honestly, that'll change the rest of your life, that decision that you make. And it's that deep, seriously, because every time that you choose to get up and you do something that is uncomfortable or that you don't want to do, is you telling yourself that you have the capability to not be lazy anymore, to get those things done. So yeah, motivational books, motivational podcasts, motivational speeches, whenever you feel like, ooh, like I don't want to do this, like just put one of those like podcasts or those speeches on, read a little book, like it'll get you up off your butt. The last thing I would say would be thought challenging. These are all such simple tasks that you can do to cure laziness, but they are so impactful. So every time I would go and make an excuse for myself, I would challenge that thought. Literally talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself like you're a child. I'm not joking. It works. Like, talk to yourself like you're a little baby and you're like unaware of things. It works. I promise. Like, every time I was like, okay, I'm in my car right now and I should really probably get those cups out of my car. Or I should really probably, since I'm literally walking past the trash can on the way to get to my house, I should probably just grab those bags or that trash that's been sitting there for a week. I should probably just do that. And then my little excuse came and they were like, I can do it next week. I got next week. I got another day. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it in the morning. I'll do it whenever. I would be like, okay, Kadian, really? I would be like, first of all, you're walking past the trash can to get to the house. Second of all, what is the point of doing it tomorrow when I could do it today and get it over with and I won't have to worry about it tomorrow? It seems so simple, but really challenging yourself and talking to yourself gently about the things that you are lacking in, it helps so much. Because when you make that excuse and then you're like, hold on, wait a minute, we're not doing that, we're not gonna do that, it changes your mentality to where you're gonna feel guilty for not doing it. I'm so serious. So yeah, that's just 5 tips that I have learned throughout my lazy girl experience that has helped me. Try them out and let me know if they work for you. Thank you.